Yo, yo, hip hop heist, man. What up? We back at it with another reaction. The journalist who witnessed Draco the Ruler's death. Shout out to Dregs1 and the History of the Bay Clips channel for bringing us this article, man. Yeah, this came across the desk and I was like, wow, that's actually really interesting topic. I would like to dive into it. So now we here. Looks like the guest is Donald Morrison. And he was the guy that was helping walk Draco the Ruler to the stage when he was about to perform when that tragic incident happened where he was unalived. So he talks a little bit about it and parallels that Mac Dre and Draco the Ruler kind of share with their careers, with their influence, and with their, their ending demise. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Thank y'all for being with me. This Hip Hop Heist TV. Hit that like and subscribe. Let's get it.
Between the Mac Dre story and Draco the Ruler, who you also knew, who you were. Well, do you want to talk just briefly about your relationship and your?
Yes, yeah. I wrote a story comparing Mac Dre and Draco the Ruler. I feel like their stories align in more ways than people think. Like, Mac Dre, I believe, is the first artist to ever record lyrics through a jail phone.
Pretty sure, yeah.
We're pretty sure that that's the case.
There's another group out there called 5150 from Marin City. I am not sure on the timeline. I believe Mac Dre's was in 91 or 92. So I'm not that's the benchmark that I know of.
Okay, yeah. They were doing it right around the same time at the very least. And Mac Dre did it the best. And then this is also true for Draco the Ruler. And for people who don't know, Draco the Ruler is a Los Angeles rapper. Came up around, 2016, 2017. Shoreline Mafia, O3 Greedo, the new LA kind of sound. And he went to jail. He was fighting 2 murders that he didn't commit, similar to Mac Dre, going to jail for, going to prison, rather.
Definite law enforcement vendetta.
Yeah. And law enforcement used lyrics in both cases against Mac Dre and Draco the Ruler. But Draco the Ruler was killed in 2021, December 18th. I was there backstage with Jeff Weiss. He's the guy who does Passion of the West.
Yeah, he's been instrumental in keeping he's been a big part in Draco's career and Greedo and some of these other LA guys.
Absolutely. We were there just to enjoy the show. It was the Once Upon a Time in LA festival. 50 Cent was there. YG was going to perform. Al Green was there. It was a big festival. And I was just kind of tagging along with Jeff to, walk Draco and the rest of his crew, the Sting team, to the stage when he was swarmed by, I want to say 30 to 40 people in, red sweatshirts and red, balaclavas. And they basically, they stabbed him to death while he was walking to the stage. And it was, one of the worst things.
Hey, I remember that. That was unfortunate. Where was I? I was somewhere in Northern California, but when I got that word, oh my God, I was like, whoa. I kind of understood the influence too at the time, because Draco was really, really hot at the time. Like, let's be real. Bro did what? Some years in prison. Want to say he did 5 years or something. I forgot exactly how much, but he did some time. Was supposed to get a lot of years. Ended up getting out, being released, and then boom, just went on this tirade of work, dropping work. And then, that thing happens at the thing, which is very, it's crazy because bro was really I mean, he influenced a sound and a style, you know, in LA and all over the world, but it definitely introduced it to the world, but, you know, heavy influence, you know, like products of his influence floating around all over LA, getting money off that style, you know, let's be real. But yeah, let's keep going, man. We in it. Hit that like and subscribe. This Hip Hop Heist TV. We just talking, reading articles and whatnot.
My life, obviously, and
What a nightmare. You're thinking you're gonna have a great time,
maybe the best day of my
best
life.
day, and then fuck.
Yeah, imagine that, going to the show and you backstage. You know what I mean? Like, this is the happiest day of my life, right? Like, I'm backstage of a festival in LA. Like, I think 50 Cent was headlining a bunch of people. So you just, you know, and you backstage, you got the artist pass or the all access. Like, that's crazy, man. What a point of view, huh? Like that, you know. And he was with the guys that was walking Draco to the stage. So I mean, he's lucky that he didn't get caught up in that. Man, just prayers out to all those families too, and everyone affected by Draco. I mean, major moments, you know. But let's keep going.
Be one of your favorite rappers too. I mean,
Yeah, seeing that happen to anybody, let alone somebody you have such admiration for and a personal relationship with.
like a larger than life. You know, like
Yeah.
he was someone.
God damn.
And you know, much like Mac Dre, Draco the Ruler was making music that nobody else could have made. He had a very, very distinct style. You know, he was fun. He was funny, just like Mac Dre was very funny. Just a true artist. And the scene in LA hasn't really, you know, it hasn't really recovered from his death. I mean, Shoreline Mafia broke up. Draco was killed, and 03 Greedo went to prison. Luckily, he's out now. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. But that scene, you know, that artistic like renaissance was definitely it ended with Draco's death. And I want to say something similar happened with Mac Dre. It's just that, you know, Thiz Entertainment, it never really recovered
Wow.
to what it was before his death, and it never reached that plateau that it could have.
The Bay Area. The Bay Area. We had the hyphy movement come after, but I've said this all the time. I salute E40 and Keek and Fab and everybody else who picked up the torch and ran with it and brought us on a global scale. I salute that. But Mac Dre, bro, if you were able to take Trill TV and put a version of that on MTV, he would have been bigger than Snoop. He would have been the biggest thing going. Can you imagine?
Oh man, bro, that makes sense. If Mac Dre, like, if he was all over the net, like viral, that's crazy. If he was alive today and he had like social medias, oh man, bro, that's crazy. Cause Mac Dre alive right now, he would have had a full career. Like, he did so much in a little amount of time. Think about it. Like, when I was 16, 17, my dad had got me a truck, right? I was driving to school, going to the parties, driving everywhere, all over the little town I'm from. I was on that I was ghost riding on that hood more than anybody in that anybody in a few towns around. Like, I was more on that hood than I was driving in that driver's seat. We were always ghost riding the whip. Like, that was a big deal from where I'm from. I'm from a little lower than NorCal, but yeah, like, it was everything. And I'm talking the last couple years of Mac Dre's life. But man, that makes sense. I think that bro would be huge, because with Trill TV, think about Trill TV, right? Trill TV, bro took a little camcorder and was recording and got some little edits. Like, imagine where that would have, imagine, like he said, if it was on MTV, put that on MTV, he'd be a bit as big as Snoop and them. I mean, at that time, you put that on a clip, that on Cribs and all that, what they were doing back then, Mac Dre would be, oh man, that's crazy, larger than life, like just like he was at that time. He had the whole Bay behind him, like the whole Bay. That's crazy to me, Shout out Mac Dre, man. Rest in peace. But let's keep going. That's just a crazy thought, man. Let me know some words in the comments too, for you know what I mean. For Pete's sake. That's some shit that Mac Dre would rap, like, for Pete's sake.
And social media. We just saw Mac Dre with a couple years in the camcorder, bro. If he has social media and the type of music he was making and the way, I mean, I've never seen anybody like this have a whole Northern California wave behind him. So, these are personal stories for us, even just as fans, as admirers, and definitely when you look at Draco and Stink Team and Ralphie and the buzz those guys have around them, I agree 100%. You see, like, people are really living by the music that these guys are making.
Definitely. And one thing I want to note too, it's like with Draco, he was killed at work.
Right.
While working, while going to the stage, and similar for Mac Dre, he was working.
He was there on business. He wasn't on vacation.
Absolutely, he was there to do these shows, and was got his life taken in the process, and it's hard to fathom an injustice like that, and it just happens over and over again. You even look at Pop Smoke.
Right.
Pop Smoke is a person in New York, very similar. He had a whole new style and was killed,
Wow. I remember when Biggie and Pac died as a little kid, just like
it's like the ones that like X. Think about X. Like these artists that are just. It's like they're about to do something. They've done great things, but they're about to really take it global, and they get clipped like Nip. I mean, Nip just made his first album, studio album, or they call it, right? Victory Lap made one of them. I mean, we got a bunch of mixtapes, of course, but that's not the full life of a career of a star like him. Like he, by the end of it, has he still be here? If he was still here, my bad. We're talking 5-6 studio quality albums, Grammys later, like all this later. But he, like Draco, bro, influenced the whole. Same with Nip, influenced the whole. Same with X, influenced the whole, same with Pac, Biggie. I'm talking Mac Dre, like that shit's crazy. And there's so many, the list goes on, but yeah, let's get back to it. Let's keep going, man. We're going to finish this out. Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. It's Hip Hop Heist TV. Let's get it.
And now it's like every year, man, we could talk about the drug deaths and other, but murders, bro, gun violence, stabbings, it's just out of control.
Recognize where you got the game.
Recognize where you got the game. All right, so let's read a couple of these. Savage Gang Films today. I never hear anyone talk about 5150, the game. That games people play still on my playlist. Shout out 5150, Mac Dre, X Rated, and Draco the Ruler. All facts. Yee from AJT54 East. Good Vibes TV 707 said Draco the Ruler It's so ahead of its time, but gone way too soon. Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, man, let's get out of here. You already know, man. Be happy, be healthy. Do what you got to do to survive, like Pac said. But also, man, be of service. Help somebody out today. I feel like that's why we really here on this earth. Is to be of service, man. So if you with me, hit that like and subscribe, and we gonna rock out, man. So go do your thing today, man. Super Bowl tomorrow. We got a few more reactions to get to, but yeah, man. Thank y'all. Peace.